state my general support for the DC Recovery Act as proposed by Mr. John Cheeks. I think it is absolutely necessary for the future survival of African Americans in the district. It is a very important measure for those who vote, and it is critical for our survival in this city. The issues that we face right now in the District of Columbia, homelessness, despair, gentrification is running rampant in the city. The black population or African American population is once 75%. It's now down to less than 50% and dwindling every day due to serious economic reasons, reasons of poverty, reasons of class, reasons of race, and many of these reasons are rooted in the enslavement of blacks or African Americans, which has historically put us at an economic advantage. We cannot compete at this moment, and the city is being overrun with development, more well-to-do outsiders, whites coming in, and this is one of the reasons why the Recovery Act we support, because it can address the root causes behind the disparity and economic inequality in the district. This is my general support for this act. Many other problems in the district. We talk about crime. We talk about missing girls. Many of this is rooted in the social dysfunction of the black family, the African American family in the district.
I know once he gets finished.
We have a body of evidence
Once there's a break.
Show, and Mr. Cheeks has done the research, and we can show that many of these social problems, these family problems, the problems of missing girls in the district can be tied to the social dysfunction of the enslavement and the discrimination against the population here in the District of Columbia, rooted in the slave trade here. And this is another reason why I support the DC Recovery Act. The self-hatred we see, the crimes. When we come to the District of Columbia courthouse, as an attorney, it's painful for me to see a litany, a line of young black men every day coming to be arraigned, every day in that courthouse, lined up, almost like a similar slavery type situation. Every day they're lined up, they're being arraigned, they're going to jail, and they're caught up in this system. It's painful to us, painful to everybody in the district. I'm sure painful to you. And I'm here to propose that many of these issues here, yes, sir, are rooted in self-hatred, rooted in the inequality in income, rooted in poverty, rooted in the social decay in the district. And I'm here to argue that many of these problems that we currently face in the district are rooted in the enslavement and rooted in slavery and how we were captured and taught to hate ourselves, and our family structure was destroyed. Many of it today tied to slavery, and that is why I support the DC Recovery Act, because it is here to address restitution. It is here to address reparations and give a real solution instead of Band-Aid solutions that we're applying now in the District of Columbia. Band-Aid for a fund here, Band-Aid for a program here. These are maybe well-intentioned remedies, but they're not actual remedies. How long is that, sir? 1 minute. They're not remedies that I think can bring about a complete solution to the problem. So to conclude, we're facing a crisis in the district. It's a crisis in housing. It's a crisis in class. It's a crisis in the family. It's a social crisis. It's a cultural crisis. It's a self-hatred crisis. And however well-intentioned the D.C. Council or the mayor are in terms of remedying this, they have not been able to go to the root of the problem and the root of the injustices that were originally suffered and the destruction, again, of our family and our community that leaves us today groping to find solutions to these problems that we must find. So that is my basic support for the DC Recovery Act as proposed by the Honorable John Cheeks.